Hello all, I'm Pranjali Joshi from PICT Pune. Welcome to the session on Database Management System. Today in this session we'll see MongoDB Basics. MongoDB is a NoSQL database which is open source document database. Here we are moving from relational database to non-relational database. MongoDB is a database management system used to rapidly develop web applications having features like scalability and performance. To start MongoDB shell, we need to go to the command line. So here, this is command line and we run the Mongo executable. So you need to write Mongo on command prompt. And the shell automatically attempts to connect to the MongoDB server. So this is what I am getting the message connecting to MongoDB. So here the MongoDB shell is a full-featured JavaScript interpreter. Now let me start working on MongoDB. So in previous sessions, we have learned relational database using MySQL. So now here in this session, we are learning non-relational database using MongoDB, which is a NoSQL database. So initially, we'll check the version of MongoDB. So let me go to the prompt. Okay, so here we are checking the version of the MongoDB database management system. So here I am having version 4.4.1. So now I am going to list out all the databases. So for displaying list of database, I am using the command show DBs. So I have got all the databases, system databases and the database I have created. I have already created the database ppjdb. Now in MongoDB, we need not to create a database manually. It will automatically created by using the use command. So let me create a new database. I am using the command use ppjdb new. Okay, so now it has shown me the message switch to db ppjdb new. So here now I am checking in which database I am. So let me write DB. So I am getting the currently selected database. So the currently selected database is ppjdb new. What is this DB? DB is a global variable which is a primary access point to MongoDB server through the shell. If I am going to write db.help, it will return me all the common methods to be used by MongoDB. Now let me start working on database manipulation using MongoDB. So already in MySQL we have learned database manipulation. So here database manipulation is done with CRUD operations. C, create the database. R, read from the database. U, update the database. And D, for deleting the database. So here Let me begin with the creation of the collection. So in MySQL we are creating table. In MongoDB we are referring table as collection. So let me use the command as per the syntax db.create. Here I need to take C as capital from collection, create collection student. Okay, I have got the message. Okay, so here my collection student is created. I can also create collection with various options supported by Mongo database. So let me create another table which is called as collection here. db.create collection. Yes, name of the collection is my first collection, and I need to specify option that I will specify in Snell bracket. So the options are kept as true, comma, size as 614 to 800, comma, max okay. So here my first collection will be created with the options kept, size and max. What are these options? All these are optional, so we need not to use these option mandatorily. So the first option kept, what it means, it is a fixed size collection, so it automatically overrides its oldest entries when it reaches to its maximum size. So we can keep kept collection as true or false. Second option is the size. So maximum size in bytes for a kept collection. So whenever we are considering the option kept, we need to specify size for that kept collection. And the third option, it is a maximum number of documents allowed in kept collection. So this will be the maximum number of documents allowed in this kept collection, my first collection. So I'm going to create the first document. So that is a record in terms of relational database management system. So yes, my first collection is created. I have got the message, okay, 1. Okay. So now here we need to remember MongoDB shell is supporting for JavaScript. So here the documents will be specified in JSON format. So for JSON format we need to follow key and value pair. So how we are going to specify that key and value? Here name, so this will be the key, and RAM will be the value for this key. Okay, so note that here we are going to follow the JSON format, JavaScript object notation. So here I am going to insert the first document in my table. So we are going to use the insert method. So here we can have the variation of insert method. So let me use the first variation, db.student.insert. Okay, so I need to follow JSON format, so where I am going to use the key value pair. So here now in that student collection I am specifying roll number. Okay, roll number 1. Then the second column, second field will be name of the student, Ram, and the third field is class. Okay, so here we are inserting data in the key value pair format. So class TE. Okay. Yes. So here we have got one document inserted. So note that it is not necessary that we are able to insert only one document at a time in a database. So we can use insert many command. So let me use the insert many db dot. Yes, I forgot to specify collection. So we need to specify collection name db dot student insert many. So here let me use the key value pair combination. Okay, but whenever we are inserting many, I will have to specify square bracket also. Okay, so let me take the first document, roll number 2, name Rahul, okay, and class B. Okay, so this is my first document, comma, the second document is name Sia, comma, class SC. So note that here we need not to follow the fixed size schema as we have followed in relational database. So here I have skipped the roll number field. I have only taken name and class. Okay, so completed the second key value pair, specify the square bracket and yes, parenthesis. So we need to remember proper use of all these brackets and parentheses. Okay, so it has given us the message acknowledged true and inserted the two documents by using the insert many method. So now here I can check all the records or the documents that we have stored in student collection. So let me use the find method which is used for retrieving the data, db.student.find. Okay, so here I have got all the documents we have created in the student collection. So this is roll number 1, name and class. Okay, I will explain this underscore id field later on after learning a variation of the insert method. Note that it is not necessary to create collection using create collection method. We can also use insert without using create collection. So I need not to create the collection, and by directly using insert method I can create the collection. So let me use here db.studentNew.insert. Okay, so here I have not already created student new collection, but I am directly going to use the insert command. So yes, I am inserting my pair key value pair, name, Seema. Okay, so only one field I have specified in the document for student new. Okay, so here document is inserted. So now let us check the collections. Already I have created student collection. Now this is what with the insert student new creation. Student new collection is created. So see here my first collection student and student new. So this is the extra functionality that is supported with the Mongo database. So we need not to create the collection. So with the insert method we can get the collection created. Okay, now yes, already we have used find method to retrieve the documents from the collection. So which is similar to the select star from database, select star from table. So now here if I want to display the formatted output, so I can use db.student.find and we'll use pretty. Okay, so here with this I have got my output as the formatted one. So yes, let me explain now what is the underscore ID. So underscore ID field is automatically added to the each and every MongoDB document. So underscore ID can be considered as a primary key of the document. So here, similar to your MySQL, we are having a primary key for the document. Okay, so here underscore ID, it is a unique value for the document and it is a 12-byte structure. So how the 12-byte structure is divided for underscore ID? Let me explain. First 4 bytes represents time in seconds. Next 3 bytes consist of process ID. Okay, next 2 bytes I need to repeat. 3 bytes, it represents machine identifier. Next 2 bytes, it represents process ID, and last 3 bytes, it represents random counter value. Okay, so here this underscore ID is a 12-byte structure. Okay, so here in this session we have learned create collection, inserting into the collection and retrieving data from the collection. So now here I can drop my created collection. So db.studentNew.drop, so which is used for dropping your collection. So it has returned me true, means the collection is dropped. So now let me list out the collections. Show collections. Yes, my student new collection is dropped over here and now I am having only my first collection and student. Okay, so the rest operation, that is update, we will see in next session. Okay, thank you.